up that ground.
Is rare to see, and if he stays focused and work Pufo. Kumpo. Giannis.
Now for the thought they'd be.
And Greg, I think they may be saving their best for last. This is a team that's built for the playoffs, and they'll be in top form when they need to.
Here's the running group for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Green in at shooting guard. He's out there with
I mean, you just don't know how to play him.
Burke with the screen for Carter Williams. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
That's his first personal foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
And guys, that's an increase in his free throw percentage from last year. Maybe not a large one, but it is a little bit higher, so you've got to like that progress.
Now, here is Irving. Here's Hansen. That falls. Great assist by Love.
I don't know. Maybe they're still working out the kinks on D, because that clearly was a breakdown.
Carter Williams against Irving. Carter Williams, the pass to Rivera. The shot is off. Good D from Love. And so it's Cleveland with it. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
I mean, no stress in that one. The game almost looked like a shoot-around for them. Amazing at how well they shot the basketball.
And even more impressive, Greg, considering it was on the road. I mean, it's rare that you would see a team get that hot away from home.
And here are the Cavaliers now, following the bucket by the Bucks. The drive by Green. Boom, he jams it straight down.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on.
The feed to Carter Williams. It's stolen by Green. And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. Cleveland moving it around. Wide open. That's good on the jump shot. Green's got 6.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
Tipped away. It's stolen by Green. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
They better not. I mean, they've got to pad their lead anytime an opportunity presents itself, and that was a golden one.
Here's Carter Williams. The Cavaliers making the shot. Passes it to Burke. They get a hand on it, and stolen by Love. Now Cleveland moving it up. Irving leading the charge. Off on the layup.
Well, one of his issues is he's a player that just does not excel at fighting through contact on his way to the rim.
Pass to Green. On the wing, Irving. Feeds to Green. Burke grabs the miss.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm. Man, it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
And he gets it to go. That's 10 points for Freak.
They've worked hard and created great chances for themselves in this opening quarter.
And if they match that effort at the defensive end, watch out.
And so it's Milwaukee with it. 6-point game. Good.
Grace.
We're playing too much on the perimeter. Let's look to dump the ball inside.
And let's take a quick look now at some stats for Love. Good season for him last year. First in three-point field goal percentage. And he ranks second in the league in field goal percentage. Able to finish with force and even a little finesse at times.
And you're right. Not only did he dial it up from deep all year, he did it with tremendous consistency.
That's tipped. Nixon, the pass to Carter Williams. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Love kicks to Green. Back to Love. Down low. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Talk about great numbers for Green. He's already got 10 points, and he's played the role of the pest today, too. I mean, he's caused a bunch of turnovers.
And it also tells you just how high his basketball IQ is. I mean, seeing plays develop before anyone else does on the court.
The first free throw is good, and the Bucks with some changes. Bradley's checked in for Antetokounmpo, and it's Austin Rivers in for Carter Williams. Both free throws good from Green.
That's a familiar sight. He hardly ever wastes his chances at the line. Cashes in regularly.
Up top, Burke. Lopez covering. There's a good screen. Here's Nixon. No good with the triple. Looking at the last game from Milwaukee, it was a loss to the Timberwolves in Minnesota.
Just looking at the stat sheet, they gave far too many free throws away in that game. Maybe it was the noise in the building or something, but they really looked rattled.
Well, Greg, I don't know if it was the biggest reason for that loss, but all of those misses from the stripe clearly had an impact on that game.
And Bradley gets it to go.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
Now here's Green. Last time out he had 44 points. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Thanks, Kevin. I caught up with the Bucks head coach. Team rebounding is something he stressed to his side, and rightfully so when you face a player that gobbles up the glass like Kevin Love. He told me that Love rebounds at an unreal rate, and his side can't take any mental breaks when it comes to boxing out on the defensive end. Love's numbers validate that fear, guys.
Thanks, Doris. Cavaliers leading. Here's Green. 12 points for him. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
Clock at 6. Here's Brett to get it back. Now here's Burke. Defense right on him. With the clock winding down. Rebound by Smith. The Cavaliers leading by 4. He kicks it to Green. Seaeson and Smith with the assist that time.
And of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should continue to work the ball down low, Clark. It's really going to free up their outside shooting.
Now here's Bradley. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. No good on the triple. And here is Green. He's got 16. The pass to Dort. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Cleveland shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
And that's a little better than they did last year from the free throw line.
Both free throws good from Kevin Love.
Boy, I tell you what, he does not look like your typical big man up there at the line. He has an excellent stroke and a percentage to match.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Cavaliers ahead, up by 8. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. And Cavs head coach David Blatt beginning his NBA career after a long and illustrious career coaching over in Europe. He talked about the difference coaching abroad.
There's just a lot more practice time. And when the games come, you're still playing 2, maximum 3 times a week. You know, here you could be playing 4 or 5 times a week, and your practice time is going to be limited, and your ability to change things is going to be limited. You know, adjustments can and will be made and should be made. but you got to be a lot more pointed.
And Grant, one of the most successful American coaches in European basketball history, Clark, and he's done a great job in his first season with the Cavaliers in the NBA, but nothing he did overseas certainly can compare to this.
And, that's why, Kevin, people always talk about it in terms of being a marathon and not a sprint. There's nothing that compares to the NBA grind. Nothing is comparable to it.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And from what we've seen from the Cavaliers, what do you guys see?
Really active hands early on here as they're able to acquire several steals.
Well, they've really been aggressive guys on defense, and it's paid off, so why stop? Keep it up.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Green, he's in at shooting guard. Also Collison out there, and it's Doyle in at the 4 spot.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Carter Williams against Collison. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. 6 points for him. The Cavaliers leading by 5. Passes it to Doyle. He dishes it to Green. Outside Collison. Back to Green. Stripped it away. 3-on-3. Here's Carter Williams. Plays it up and banks it in. Carter Williams has got 6 points.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
It's time now to look at the NBA's top shooting teams from a season ago. The Cavaliers, number 1.
They were remarkable in terms of their efficiency on the offensive side of the ball. I mean, they did a great job of finding the open man and working for great looks. Really just an unselfish group.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Here's Rivera. Sinks that one from the post. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Lopez, a screen on Carter Williams. Irving drives in. Out to the right wing. Back to Green. Here's Lopez. Another shot, and he sinks the layup. Lopez has got his first 2 points.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You got to get your body between that other player and the ball.
And Antetokounmpo gets it to go. Cleveland leading by 3. They set the pick.
Move the ball. Sticking too much.
Irving kicks to Green. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Really just a tremendous day for him. And if you remember, he was just as good in their last game.
To the left wing. There's the dish to Shumpert. To the paint. Here's Antetokounmpo. Can't hit. And Cleveland the other way now. They're getting their first look of the season at the Bucks in this one.
And they didn't have much of a problem with these guys last season. And quite frankly, you wouldn't expect them to.
Yeah, these are two teams clearly on opposite ends of the continuum in this conference. I mean, this is a team they rightly feel they can beat every time they take the court with them.
Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Raptors got the job done. He ended up with 44 points, and along with what he did on the offensive end, he also played some stellar defense as well. Truly impressive numbers from him in a stellar performance. What a special night.
All right, Doris, thank you. He played at a level that very few players are capable of playing.
And I'll be interested to see how much he's got left in the tank. I mean, that performance had to take a lot out of him.
Yeah, but you know what? Sometimes supreme confidence can increase your stamina and endurance. So I'll be interested to see how that affects his play.
Here's Nixon. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make, he is 1 for 4.
That's a nice drive there, Kevin. He beat the lone defender and was wide open under the hoop.
Irving dishes to Love. They get it again.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
And when he's open like that, you don't see him miss those looks very often.
Now here's Rivers. He's guarded close. Here's Burke. That's the wall. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the official.
That'll do it for the first half. Cavaliers lead by 9. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Certainly good numbers from you shooting the ball in the first half. What has been your approach on offense?
I'm just trying to let the game come to me. When I'm trying to force it on offense, good things happen. And that's why I've had success here early on.
Slow and steady wins the race, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for the third quarter of basketball.
Hey guys, listen up. We've got a good lead, but lots of basketball left to play. Firstly, our offensive output in the paint was really encouraging. But that being said, let's make sure we don't get too one-dimensional in the second half. I want us getting points from the inside and out. I did, however, like our on-the-ball defense. We didn't give their ball handlers any breathing room, and they didn't handle it well. We came up with some good steals. And just to talk about what we want for the pace of the game, I'd say nice and steady suits us just fine. It doesn't have to be a track meet. And that's all I wanted to go over with you. Let's go play a good half of basketball.
And the third quarter about ready to get underway. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
And the defense was soft in that first half, and he took advantage every chance he could, and boy, was he throwing it down hard.
Yes, sir. He has had too many uncontested runs to the hoop, but even if a defender's gotten there.
Last touch by Anadolu. The Cavaliers leading by 9. Irving kicks to Green. It's stolen by Carter Williams. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Terrific job on both ends of that sequence. Very slick steal and then excellent transition offense.
And really it all stemmed from the aggressive defense. That's exactly what the doctor ordered. And checking out the stats for Burke, last season he played outstanding. First in scoring, first in steals, and also he was the NBA's best free throw shooter, as close as it comes to automatic.
Yeah, and that's what made him number 1 last year. You can't stop him, and you really can't contain him.
Bucks trail by 9. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Green. Pass to Rivera. Lets it go from 11. And the rejection by Love.
1 for 4 from the field since halftime. They're having a tough time getting it going here.
Dishes it to Carter Williams. The shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. Nice open look, but it's no good.
Ooh, and this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Shoots from the right block, and he gets that one to go off the front iron. And that's now 26 points for Freak. For Milwaukee, they've gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. A very slow start offensively. Rivera, he's guarded by Love. 6 to shoot. Grace Nice jump shot. Good. 10 points for him.
And you know what? One of the few bright spots in this game for them today. He's kept his edge even though they've been trailing.
Now that we have a chance, let's go to the 2K leaderboard and reveal last season's top shot blockers. Fourth, Freak.
And shot blocking is the element of the game that I think he cares about the most. That's where he puts in that effort and energy.
Irving kicks to Green. Antetokounmpo on the double team. And the shot is good. And the Cavaliers lead by 11.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
Irving against Carter Williams. Rivera can't get it to go. Good D by Irving. The Cavaliers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Outside, Green. Cleveland moving the ball around. Lopez. Rebound, Milwaukee. They'll be off to Charlotte for a game against the Hornets. That's game 1 of a 3-game road trip. And the pass to Rivera. The basket good off the assist from Carter Williams. Carter Williams has got his 4th assist in this one. Cleveland leading by 9. Outside, Green. Love outside. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Love's got 11 points.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
Grace, guarded by Green. And that'll be Milwaukee as it goes out of bounds. Bucks retain possession. Shumpert is checked in for the Bucks. And Cleveland making a change here. Six on the shot clock. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go.
He's giving them little to nothing at the offensive end. I can't put it any other way.
Green kicks to Lopez. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
They have, but you also can't overlook how well they've defended the rim, as they've challenged every shot and also gotten quite a few blocks as well.
And the Bucks making a change here. Parker's checked in.
Can you believe the job they're doing at the foul line since halftime? I mean, they've been perfect so far.
Yeah, as cool as can be, Clark. Great focus and efficiency. That's how they built this lead.
And the Bucks miss again.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
And no doubt about it, in order for them to be successful, he has got to be a catalyst when it comes to scoring.
To halt the run, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. The Bucks shoot their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
Green with the ball. Picked up by Rivers. Here's Collison. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
And Green slams it in.
Excellent feed from D.C., Darren Collison.
Bucks trail by 17.
Milwaukee. Timeout. Start it. And now, your Milwaukee Bucks dancers.
Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Green. To the middle. Ball stolen. Fast break. Milwaukee puts up the baby hook. Outside Bradley. Up top Burke. Clock at 6. Here's Rivers. Can't get it to go. So Cleveland will take it the other way. Right wing, and the wide open shot from Collison. The open jump shot off the mark. Bucks trail by 17. Here's Nixon using his post move to get the 2 points.
And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim unabated in stride.
Green passes to Collison. To the inside, Davidson, and he gets it to go. And the Cavaliers lead by 17.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Yeah, but they better rally soon because they've given up 3 straight buckets in the paint.
Burke, the pass to Nixon. And the rebound goes to Lopez.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Sign yet of 10.
At the line for 2.
And the first one drops. Rivera, he's checked in for Austin Rivers. And a switch here also for Cleveland. Love's checked in. Both free throws good from Green. Bucks trail by 19. Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Green. Jumps up.
That athletic.
Yeah.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. They set the pick. Bradley passes to Nixon. Good on the jump shot. He's got 6. Green. Got it! Got it! What a shot!
Free.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. The Cavaliers leading by 22, and Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Green in at 2 guard. He's out there with Irving, and it's Love in at the power forward position.
Well, I think he shot the ball well, guys, but I don't think he shot it enough. The more shots he gets from here on out, the more they'll stretch out this lead.
Passes it to Rivera. He feeds it to Shumpert. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Green with the block. But they'll get another chance. Here's Antetokounmpo. And it's off target. Not sure why he took that one.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall. And that kind of sums up the defensive effort we've seen here tonight, guys.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Back to Carter Williams. Green with the block. Back to Irving. And he uses the glass on the layup. Irving's got 6 points in the quarter.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Carter Williams, the pass to Rivera. And it's sent back by Lopez. Irving dishes to Green. Irving with a clean look. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Man, that is a missed opportunity right there.
And he'll be the first to tell you, Greg, that's one he should have knocked down.
Outside jumper. 6 on the shot clock. To stop the drought. And again, the Bucks miss. Cavaliers have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Outside, Green. It's tipped. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Here's Carter Williams. That's good.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
The Cavaliers again can't hit. Bucks have gone just 1 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now. On the mark with the 15-footer. Carter Williams has got 4 points in the quarter.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
On the wing, Green. It's deflected. Shot clock at 6. And it's good. 9 points for Kyrie Irving.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
And, Greg, I have no problem with that. As a matter of fact, I hate to see teams get conservative with the lead. As long as they're good shots, take them. And as long as they're falling, continue to take them.
Kicks it to Carter Williams. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. On the wing, Green. Carter Williams covering. Green kicks to Lopez. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
Beautiful reverse. He got his glide on and left the D in the rearview mirror.
Pass to Rivera. The feed to Shumpert. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
That's his first personal foul.
That free throw, no good. Both teams will make substitutions.
Shumpert taking 2 shots.
And he sinks the second. For Cleveland, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Outside Collison. The pass to Benjamin. Good, and the assist goes to Collison.
We're seeing the shots start to fall for them now.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this has been an extremely efficient second half for them up to this point.
And the basket good.
And how's that for a move? The killer crossover. It's a thing of beauty.
There's a good screen.
Move the ball. It's sticking too much.
And the Cavaliers get another bucket right there.
How about the screen that frees him up, though, for the jumper?
Antetokounmpo setting the pick for Rivers. And it's Aminu in the corner. Knocks down the 3-ball.
They're simply living and dying from behind the arc in this second half. And I don't think that's the way to go here. They're trailing. The three-point shot can be used. They've got to balance it out.
Davidson. Antetokounmpo defending. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
Right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone. Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
And that one's good, Shumpert.
As long as they keep spraying them from deep, we're going to have ourselves one exciting finish.
Yeah, it took them a while, but now they're starting to get into a flow from outside. And boy, is that time. And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Cavaliers.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today, you know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
And now, for the year, this is going to take them to 7 wins.
And it's always nice to get win number 1 against an opponent you'll be seeing a total of 4 times over the course of the year. They really set the tone tonight for their season series against the Bucks.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Green. He came out and let everyone know that points would be hard to come by with the way he swatted away shots and protected the rim.
Here's Davidson. And another miss by Cleveland. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Rivers passes to Bridges. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
Now, Green. Rivers with it. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Plenty of assists for you in this win tonight. Did you see something in their defense that you were able to exploit?
I don't know if I saw anything, but my teammates certainly did. They all did a fantastic job of finding their open spots on the floor. All I had to do was get the ball to them. So they made my life easy.
Congratulations. Terrific job. Humble Kevin, even with a stellar effort.
All right, Doris, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching. And now time to go to Ernie Johnson, who's alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. Just a monster first quarter of the game. He came out hot and just never cooled down. That boost he gave his team early on, a huge factor.
Seeing Freak dominate the way he did tonight reminded me of watching him play in high school. He was a man among boys. He was a 4-time consensus All-American back then. Overall, great game.
Just an unreal performance for him in so many ways. That was a player at the absolute top of his game. It's hard to imagine someone being any more dominant than he was tonight.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderfully